Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, children. Hope yesterday you would have gone through the introduction about electrostatic potential. Now, yesterday we were discussing about two very important concepts. One is electric potential difference between 2 points. The other one is the definition for electric potential. Remember this, children, if you are not going to learn that, the whole chapter you will not be able to follow whatever we are going to discuss. So it is very important that you should go through the definitions of what is electric potential difference between 2 points and what is electrostatic potential. Now, as I told you, electric potential difference between any 2 points is the amount of work done to move the charges from one point to another. Similarly, electrostatic potential is defined as the amount of work done in bringing a unit charge from infinity to a particular point. Now, these work are done against the force of repulsion. Is it clear, children? So, this is what we were discussing yesterday. Now, today we are going on to the main topic, which is potential due to a point charge. Now, let us consider this diagram, children. Now, I want you to remember the definitions what we discussed. Now, what is electrostatic potential? Now, electrostatic potential is the amount of work done in bringing a unit charge from infinity. Infinity is at a very far distance from the source charge, from infinity to a particular point. And now, as far as this diagram is concerned, we will take the particular point to be P. So, what is the potential? What is the work done? That is stored as potential, right? So, what is the work done? From that, we are going to calculate what is the potential. Clear? Can we go to the diagram? Now, listen. I am going to explain you the diagram, children. See here. Now, there is a charge plus Q which is kept at the origin O. Now, what I am going to do is, now this charge will have an electric field. Now, I am going to bring a charge, positive test charge, from infinity. I am going to bring that test charge to this particular point P, which is at a distance of R from the source charge. Is it clear? Now, when you take the source charge plus Q, I have taken here, the source charge may be minus Q also, but for our convenience to derive the definition, we'll take the charge to be plus. So, I wanted to find out what is the potential at P, right? Now, which is at R, that is the position vector. So, position vector is R from the origin. Okay. Now, I should calculate the work done. So, what is the work done in bringing a unit positive charge? Test charge which I am going to take is a unit positive charge from infinity to that point P. Okay. Now, for the source charge to be Q, which is definitely greater than 0, what will be the work done? The work done will be against the repulsive force. Now, there is a repulsive force between this Q and the test charge, yes or no? Test charge is positive. Now, this source charge is also positive. So, there is a force of repulsion. I have to do the work against this force of repulsion. In that case, work done will be positive. Work done on a test charge will be positive. We will be arriving at the equation so that you will understand it better, right? So, I am going to consider the position of infinity to be here. I am going to bring the charge here, right? Now, while bringing this, I am going to consider an intermediate point P dash. Again, look at the diagram. I am just bringing the charge from here to here, right? Now, in between, I consider a small intermediate charge P dash. Now, in this P dash, what is the electrostatic force on the test charge? Now the electrostatic force on the test charge at P dash will be, let me write the equation as force. Now the test charge should be a unit positive charge. Unit positive charge in that sense, the test charge will have the value of 1 coulomb. Unit in the sense 1. So what is the electrostatic force between the source charge and the test charge of 1 coulomb? I am going to write using Coulomb's law. F is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Capital Q is the magnitude of the source charge into 1, which is the magnitude of test charge. And what is the distance between them? Look at the distance between this P dash and O. It is R dash. So that R dash should be in the denominator with a square into R dash unit vector. Hope you understood this, right? So this is the force between the test charge which is kept at P dash and the source charge. Clear? Clear, children? So here R dash is the unit vector. Now what is the unit direction of unit vector? It is along OP dash, right? Right. Now I am going to do the work against this force. Yes or no? So I am going to do a small work. So I am going to write it as del W, children. Small work in moving this charge P dash to a small distance del R. Is it clear? So this distance, what is the work done? Now this work done is, the work is done is against the force of repulsion between Q plus and the test charge. So a small amount of work is done. So I take the small amount of work done to be del W. So what is the formula for work done, children? Of course, you know it is nothing but force into distance, right? Force into distance. So I am going to substitute the value for force which is given up 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Sorry, it should be Q, capital Q into 1 divided by, now this is force, right, into, now the small distance is taken as, what is the small distance? Look at the diagram, it is del R dash. Okay, ma? Is it clear? Now here I have a negative sign. Why I have a negative sign? Because the work is done in a direction opposite to the electrostatic force between the two charges, right? Now this is a small work done. See here, this is the path where I am bringing the positive charge from infinity to point P. In between, I am going to consider two small points where the charge is coming from in this direction. I am going to find, I have just written the equation for the work done between these small distances, which is given as del W is equal to F dot dr, the equation, right? Now, if I wanted to find out the total work done between infinity to this point P, when I integrate this equation, I will get the total work done. So I am going to integrate. Now this is for the small distance del R dash. If I integrate this equation, I will get the total work done in bringing the test charge from infinity to the point P. Is it clear, children? So I can write this del W as, now W will be the total work done is equal to, I am going to integrate this equation, children. Now let me take this minus sign out. Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R dash square into, instead of del R, I will write dr dash. Is it clear, children? Hope you are clear with this. Okay. Now I am going to take the constant out for integration. So here I will take minus q out, then 4 pi epsilon naught out. I have integration for dr dash by r dash square. Now with the limit. Now where I am, from where I am bringing the test charge? From infinity to, what is the position? R. So I give the limit infinity to R. Is it clear, children? You have any doubt here? Okay, now let us proceed with the integration part of it. Okay, so I'll do the integration part of it here in the side. So integration, what is dr dash? By now I'm taking this as integration infinity to r. I can write this r dash, when I bring it to the numerator it is minus 2 dr dash, right? Okay, now this is x power n dx. Now x power n dx is x power n minus 1 by n minus 1. So when I integrate this, I will have r dash minus 2 plus 1 by minus 2 plus 1 with the limit infinity to r. Okay, now this will be in the denominator. I have minus 1. In the denominator I have minus 1. I already have a minus sign here, so minus and minus becomes plus. So after integration I am going to substitute the limit. Now I can write this as 1 by here I have r minus 1. I am going to substitute the limit infinity to r. So this minus 1 would have come out, and the equation here minus q will become plus q. So this minus and this minus gets cancelled out. So I'm going to substitute the limit here. When I substitute the limit, I can write this as 1 by r minus 1. Now here r, here it is infinity. Substitute the limit, upper limit minus lower limit. So in the place of r, I'm going to substitute the same r here. So it is 1 by r minus 1 by infinity. 1 by infinity is 0. So I have this term alone which get added to this. So what will be the equation now? So W or work done is nothing but potential. Let me write the potential equation as Q by 4 pi epsilon naught 1 by r. So it comes in the denominator, which is the equation for potential due to a point charge. Now here the potential is considered to be positive, that is work done is positive. And here if the charge is going to be positive here, now I have taken the source charge to be positive. Okay, so potential is also positive, the source charge is positive, so I arrived at an equation where the potential value is also positive. Suppose if the source charge is going to be negative, in the sense instead of plus q here, if I have minus q, which is where q takes the value of less than 0, then the potential also will be definitely less than 0. Okay, so if q is going to be greater than 0, potential also will be greater than 0. If q is going to be less than 0, potential also will be less than 0. That is, what is the meaning for q less than 0, v less than 0? It is nothing but the work done per unit positive test charge in bringing from infinity to a particular point is considered to be negative, whereas in this case the work done, I said it is positive. What about here? Here the work done will be negative. Work done will be negative, but the work done by the electrostatic force will be positive. Try to understand the concepts clear, children. Unless and until you are understanding it properly, it is very difficult for the forthcoming topics to be understood. So please be very careful in understanding the terms work done and the electrostatic force. You have to clearly understand what is the direction of electrostatic force, what is the direction of work done. As far as this charge is concerned, children, electrostatic force between these two charges will be along like this, in this direction, that is along OP. Work done will be towards the source charge, right? Now suppose if it is going to be minus q here, what will be the direction of electrostatic force? It is also towards the negative charge and the work done also towards the negative charge. Both will be in the same direction. So you have to be very, very clear in understanding what is the direction of electrostatic force and how the work is done, whether the work done is positive, whether the work done is negative. Okay. So here, as far as our derivation part of it is concerned, we took the source charge to be positive and we arrived at the potential value also to be positive. So please work out this derivation part. It's a very simple derivation part. You can understand it easily, plus very clearly have a very clear understanding of what is the derivation about. Okay. So with this, let us move on to the graphical representation of variation of potential V with radius. Now here there are two graphs, children. One is the graph by varying potential and radius. The other one is by varying electric field and radius. Now there are two formulas. You know that. What is the electric field due to a point charge? The electric field due to a point charge is E is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R square. This you have read. Okay. Now what is the potential due to a point charge? Here again it is Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. We are going to compare this now. Look at the graph. Now the potential graph, this is what we read now. V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. This we have already read in the first chapter. I am going to compare this. Now how the potential varies? We know the value of Q by 4 pi epsilon naught to be constant, right? 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught, it is 9 into 10 power 9. Q also will be constant. So we can say that the potential depends on the radius, or not radius, distance, sorry. So the potential depends on the distance and the electric field also depend on the distance. Okay. Now look at this value, children. Potential inversely proportional to distance, in the sense, if the distance is going to be lesser, potential is going to be greater, or if the distance is going to be greater, potential is going to be lesser. Now look at this graph. Now here, this is the graph, this is the curve for variation of potential with R. Now this blue color curve. Now here potential is taken along the y-axis and R is taken along the x-axis. Now when I draw a curve, now at this point the distance is small, right? But the potential is high. So the potential is high at this point, distance is small. Now keep on looking at this curve. Now here, as the distance is increasing, what about the potential? The potential is keeping on decreasing. Now at this point, the distance is high. What about the potential? It is low. So it depends. Suppose for a distance of 1 centimeter, the potential is 10 volt. For the distance of 2 centimeter, the potential will be definitely decreased. Let us say it is 5 volt. So when the distance is increasing, potential will be decreasing, right? Now this is respect to variation of potential with distance. Now let us take the next curve, children. The next curve, now this is the black curve, right? Which is drawn in black in color. Now this is the curve which represents variation of electric field with respect to the distance. Now how, again here also you have Q by 4 pi epsilon naught to be constant. Here the distance alone varies. Okay. Now here, again at this point, the electric field is high but the distance is low. Now again look at this curve. Again there will be a variation. Electric field starts decreasing and the distance start increasing. So what is the difference between these two curves? Now when you compare these two curves, there will the increase of the distance in with respect to the electric field is more when compared to potential. Suppose for example, if the Because here the distance varying with respect to square, r square. Okay, suppose if the distance is 1 centimeter, let us say the value of electric field is 10 Newton per Coulomb. Suppose if I am going to increase the distance, if the distance is going to be 2 centimeter, how the electric field will be decreasing? The electric field will be decreasing 4 times because 2 square. So 2 square. Now if I am going to increase the distance 3 centimeter, so 3 square will be 9. The electric field will be reducing 9 times. Look at the variation. So when you see this curve, the slope occurs very fast in this curve with respect to this curve. Look at the slope here. Here, see, it comes faster than the slope due to this potential. So that's why they say the electrostatic potential varies with R. Hope you understood the graphical explanation clearly, children. Now with this, I'm going to discuss two problems here based on the topic what period, so that you will be very clear, right? Now look at the problem. Let me solve this fast. Two charges 5 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb and minus 3 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb are located 16 centimeter apart. So first let me draw the diagram. There are two charges. Now let me take this as the source charge, which is Q, and I'm going to consider, let me extend this line a little bit lengthier, so that, okay, so this point is A, children. Okay, now one charge is kept here, the charge is otherwise let me name this point as O. Let me name the charge as Q1, which is 5 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb, and another charge Q2 equal to minus 3 into 10 power minus 8 coulomb. Now the distance of separation between these two charges, they are separated by a distance of 16 centimeter. So when I convert it into meter, it is 0.16 meter, right? At what point on the line joining the two charges is the electric potential 0? They say that the electric potential is 0 at a particular point. That point is in the line. So first diagram, we'll consider that let the point be P here. Now at this point they say potential is 0. So I wanted to know what is the distance of the point from these two charges. You understood the question, children? Now let us see, this point is at this position. Okay. Now let this point P be at a distance of x from Q1. If that point P is going to be at a distance of x from Q1, now what will be this distance, children? This distance will be 0.16 minus x, right? Okay. So we can assume that the potential be 0. We need to find out the potential due to Q1, potential due to Q2. When I sum up, the potential should be equal to 0. This is one possible case, right? Another possibility is also there, children. Again, I will take the same charges. Okay. Now here it is O and here it is A. Now this point P may be in this side also. Yes or no? First, in this first diagram, I have drawn in such a way that the P is between Q1 and Q2. But here I have taken P to be in this position. So either it can be here or it can be here, but it cannot be in this side. That is to the left of O, it cannot be, because potential cannot be negative, because you cannot have negative values. So either the point should be between these 2 points or it should be along the right side. So let us consider these two cases and find out what is the potential. Now here I have 0 to A. Now here Q1 will be, where is my cursor? Yes, Q1 will be 5 into 10 power minus 8. Here it will be, what is the value, children? Q2. Q2 is minus 3 into 10 power minus 8. Okay. And let us say the distance of the point P is, what is the distance? What is the value of distance? It is, let me take this as x. Okay ma, you understood the diagram. Now the distance between these two charges, here it becomes 0.16. You understood the diagram clearly? Now here we took the distance from Q1 to P as x. The same I have done here, provided the point is here. And the distance between the two charges is 0.16. Now what will be this distance? Now this distance will be x minus 0.6. Now you understood the diagram. Now I am going to find out the potential with respect to this and also this. Okay, so let me start with this. Now potential is V1 plus V2 equal to 0. They said that it is 0. So I will take the formula. V is equal to, what is the potential? Formula V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. So let us start. Now in both the equations I have potential to be 0. So I take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught to be common. Substitute Q by R. Now Q by R, first value of Q is 5 into 10 power minus 8. Now divided by x. Okay. Minus, what is the next value? 3 into 10, because minus 3. So minus has come out. 3 into 10 power minus 8. What is the distance here? The distance is 0.16 minus x. Now this is equal to 0, right? Now here I can take 10 power minus 8 also common. So when I take it out, it comes in the numerator. So all this term, when it is taken to the right side, it becomes 0. So I have only this term for simplification. Hope you understand. I am taking 10 power minus 8 divided by 4 pi epsilon to the other side. It becomes 0. So for simplification, I have 5 by x minus 3 by 0.16 minus x is equal to 0. Okay, so when I cross multiply this, I have 3x is equal to 0.8 minus 5x. Now when I simplify, the value of x will be 0.10 meter or 10 centimeter. So at a distance of 10 centimeter from charge Q1, and when I take 0.16 minus 10, the distance between P and A will be found. At these 2 points, the potential is 0. Now let us move on to the next assumption. Here also I will do the same procedure. Again I will write at this condition also they say that V1 plus V2 equal to 0. Again I will take 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. Here I have 5 into 10 power minus 8 divided by, what will be the value here? It is x. Okay, minus 3 into 10 power minus 8 divided by, here I will substitute x minus 0.16 is equal to 0. Again after taking all the terms to the right side, for simplification I have 5 by x minus 3 by x minus 0.16 equal to 0. Now after simplification, I have the value of x to be 0.4 meter or 40 centimeter. So this is the value of x. Okay. Now I am going to discuss the second sum here. Just discuss the second sum and write the formula. You will try it. Okay. A regular hexagon of 10 centimeter has a charge of 5 microcoulomb at each of its vertices. Calculate the potential at the center. Again, potential is V is equal to Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. So R is given, Q is given. Now you need to substitute potential. V is equal to 6 times Q by 4 pi epsilon naught R. Substitute, you will get the value of potential. The value of potential is said to be 2.7 into 10 power 6 volt. Get this answer. I just gave you the answer. 6 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught is 9 into 10 power 9. Q value is 5 into 10 power minus 6 divided by 10 centimeter, convert it into meter. Get the answer. Tomorrow we'll discuss how it has to be done. Okay, ma? So see you children. Please work out all the things. We'll see tomorrow. Okay? Bye.